Welcome to the sessions on retail management. This is the first series of the e-sessions. I, Dr. Sushmita Sugala, present to you the topics for today's discussion as definition and concept of retailing, characteristics of retailing, and importance of retailing. Coming to the first point, that is the definition. Retailing is defined as a set of activities or steps used to sell a product or service to consumers for the family or for personal use. Retail, the word is derived from a French word retailler, meaning to cut a piece or to break bulk. Retailing sector offers an easy access to a variety of products, freedom of choice, and high level of customer service. Other specific activities which are performed by retailers could be like anticipating customer wants, their needs, their requirements, developing an assortment of products, acquiring market information, gathering what people think, and to provide financing. Retailing is not limited to the selling of goods alone, but it also involves sales of services like those offered at parlors, restaurants, car rentals, and many more such activities. It also encompasses selling through the mail, internet, door-to-door visits, or any other channel that can be used to approach a customer. Even if Dell is trying to sell computers directly to the customer, this also becomes a retailer. A retailer could therefore be a person, an agent, an agency, a company, or any organization. Let us now see where does the retailer stands in a supply chain model. We could see here we have seen the 5 stages of a supply chain management. The retailer, he comes between the wholesaler or the distributor and the end customer, which means he is able to interact with 2 stages. One is the wholesaler or distributor, and the second is the end customer. Now, we would see that in a supply chain, we know that information, material, and finance, these are the 3 flows which move from the supplier to the customer. And similarly, the information is gathered from customers. Any repair or defect items are returned to the retailer, and they pay for the products that they have bought. Now these 3 again flows back to the supplier. So this becomes a circular motion, and that is where we again see that retailer is able to send information, collect information, material is either bought from wholesalers and sold to customers, or he is collecting the damaged products from customers and returning back to the wholesalers. And again, similarly, the finance also takes the circular turn. Now the role of a retailer, because he is playing with both the consumer and he is also in contact with the supplier. So if I look at the consumer, the role that they play is, first is they ensure that there is ready availability of goods, there is availability of wide variety of choices for the customer, credit facilities and heavy cash discounts, these are provided. There are customized services and some personalized attention is paid to the customers. Introduce new products. They provide guidance for product usage. They tell you how the product should be used. They show you, they explain the risks involved in it, and they also provide after-sale service and free home deliveries. Now, if I look at what is the role that a retailer plays for a supplier, here they become a valuable source of information and feedback for the wholesalers. There is crucial information which is shared from the customer to the supplier, absorbs most of the burden of the wholesaler and also of the manufacturer by selling the goods in small quantities. It acts as a channel of distribution. It is a point of contact between the customer and the wholesaler, and it also acts as a source of funding for the wholesale trade. If I now look at the characteristics of retailing, so there are 5 major characteristics. First is, it is a direct interaction with the customer. When I say that, it means that a retailer, he is an intermediary between the end customer and the supplier. Secondly, we could say that it is able to communicate the responses and the changing preferences. They also are able to tell us how the customer is reacting to the products which have been displayed or which have been put up for sale. The second, point of purchase display and platforms for promotion. Not all purchases are made by compiling a list and then going out to buy. There are certain products which are impulsive purchases, like in ice cream, cosmetics, chocolates. Therefore, the displays, point of purchase, merchandise, store layout, and the catalogs, these are very important because they now become the point of contact. The small unit size sales, this is a major characteristic. What happens here is, we could compare that the value of retail sales is generally less than its counterparts, that is the distributor or the wholesaler. This happens because the end customer, he buys in small quantities for household consumptions. Now the average level of stocks therefore has to be maintained because they have a wide variety of products which are on display. The fourth we could say is the locational advantage and larger number of units. Now this is based on the availability of the factors of production and the market in which it is sold. So we are looking at factors like the potential demand and the store image, which is able to draw customers to the store. The fifth one is giving additional services to the core products. Now additional services could be like home delivery, maybe like gift wrapping, or it could be like installing a product which needs certain guidance to use. The importance of retailing, therefore, could be deduced that a retailer is both a marketer and a customer. He helps save time, money and efforts. It increases sales. There are newer and higher employment opportunities, more career options, broad variety of goods and services. It creates both place, time and possession utility, enhances product's image, wide assortment of products, information sharing. It is the vital link, or you could also call it as the last link between the customer and the manufacturer. And there is definitely a trust which is coming into picture before selling. Now, since we've understood the definition, the concept and the importance and the characteristics, a small perspective to reinforce what we have just discussed. First is, suppose we as consumers want to buy apparels. What choices do you have? So first is, you could go to a departmental store, you could go to any other apparel store. It could be a full service retailer, or it could be a discounter. It could be in a shopping center, or it could be through a catalog. You could also be visiting a retailer who carries a wide range of clothing, or it could be that it is from any specialized form of clothing, like a shop which has only jeans, only suits, or in only leather coats. We could also surf the web, or we can visit retailers around the globe. So we could estimate from this that there are multiple channels of retail to buy a certain product. Now, I could reinforce the concept by summarizing or by revisiting that retail involves a sale of tangible goods like furniture. It could also include sale of services like a haircut. We could say that it involves a store. We could also say that we can shop with discounters or full shop retailers. It is not always necessary to have intermediaries. It could be a direct sale. And we could say that vending machine sales, mail or catalog marketing, this does not definitely need a shop, but it is retail. For references, we have used these books. For further understanding, you can also go through the same. Thank you.